That's right, that's right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show here on Island Zone Radio. And guess what? Um, Today is a hot day here in New York. So I'm a little hot. I have my ice water, get set ready to do my show. And I want to welcome all of you guys to the Ken Rampersaud Show here on Island Zone Radio and on Facebook Live. Let's say hello to some of you guys who are on the page. In the meantime, I'm still sharing. Today was a hot day at work, actually. And, when it's hot, it drains the hell out of you. But didn't realize it was so hot in the house. I just put on my AC, so it will take some time before things really calm down here at home. But I have to tell you guys, let's see, it was a beautiful day yesterday afternoon, despite I was a little tired. I was invited to a beautiful, small get-together in Baisley Park here in Queens. And I tell you, I met two wonderful viewers of the show and other shows. Rose was one of them, and I forget the other lady name, but I think Debbie can tell me her name, or Bibi Hack could tell me her name. Maria is on, and I want to say, Maria, thank you so much, and Sonny, for inviting me to the get-together. It was beautiful. I enjoyed the food, every bit of it. I was sorry that my stomach could not take any more food, but Lord, the fried rice was good. I think that was cooked by Maria, and the spinach rice was to die for. Also some fried chicken and so on, and Maria made some mabi, so that was a beautiful thing. And I gotta tell you, I'm so glad that you guys invited me to eat some food. Despite I was tired, I came home and I crashed in the bed. I slept away. Let's see, we have Nadira Rose Henry. Thank you very much for tuning in. And May, thank you. I have a very interesting topic today here that would benefit a lot of women and men. In fact, we're going to talk about today menopause for women and men. We're going to talk about some of the food that we could eat to help boost our testosterone level. Also, we're going to talk about when women get older, over 50, they become menopause. Sex can be very painful for them. I will talk about a little bit of what you can do to help that. And then the next question is, do we still enjoy sex, or we have the best sex after 50 years old? So should be an interesting show today. It's my lane, and so it's something that I'm not versed on, but I think I can have a good conversation with you guys. And please don't be shy to share your experience and talk about things in the shout box, or you can always inbox me. I would also want to say hello to and happy birthday again to Miss Bibi Hack. It was nice meeting you. You look fabulous for your birthday, and also was Miss Maria Harris' birthday too. So happy birthday to you guys. Bibi Hack, she said it's good to be with us. Yes, that's good. Danmati Nandalal, thank you very much for tuning in to the Ken Rampersaud Show. Shelley, I think I spoke to you yesterday, Shelley. Thank you for tuning in. I was nice talking to you yesterday. And hoping I come to Canada, I can probably check you out. Erwin Debidin, thank you very much. Marcella Douglas, thank you for tuning in. Kamo Ramroop, thank you. Camilla Mahabir. Chandra Lal, thank you very much. Mari Harris, I was wondering if you would refer to. Yes, Sheila the best, and she is Sheila the best. My good friend, yes, Sheila is so pleasant, and I heard so many good things about her. So I'm glad that they will also join my show. I hope sometime or the other more. Arjun Madre, thank you for tuning in. Warbas, Andy watching all the way from Guyana. Sadira Rampersaud, thank you for watching. And the beautiful Debbie Sanyasi. I just had a good 40 minutes conversation. She kept my company driving back home to Queens. So always good to talk to you, Debbie. Nalo Kishore, thank you. Gopal, thank you. Amanda Baldeo, thank you very much. Rihanna Rampersad, thank you. Chitra Prasad, thank you for tuning in. Hari Chan Ramu, thank you very much. And it's always good to have Vimala on the Ken Rampersaud Show. Vimala just completed her book, and I'm so glad she put a piece. She let me write a piece on her book, and my name is at the back. And such an honor, Vimala, to have my name on your book, and so honored to be doing that part of it. So I will try my best to help you sell that book, and I hope that you sell many copies because it's a very interesting book. And I can't wait to interview you on the Ken Rampersaud Show. Let's see who else we have here. Shireen Prasad, thank you. Bibi Hack again. Maybelline Suk, thank you very much. Angela Singh, thank you for tuning in the Ken Rampersaud Show. My beautiful friend, Sarah Daisy Singh, thank you very much for tuning in, my dear. And yes, it's a hot day, and I'm so glad that you finally found love. And love is a beautiful thing. Imran Khan, thank you very much for tuning in. Maybelline says, it's hot here in Toronto. Guess what? I have another shirt in case I'm too hot in this shirt that I have on, and you guys would excuse me. It is hot. I don't like to be uncomfortable, okay? Who else? War Boss, thank you very much again, War Boss. Diamond Vibes, thank you very much for watching. My good friend and a supporter of the Ken Rampersaud Show, we have Sheila Mongar Singh watching all the way from Suriname. Thank you, my dear. It's always good to have you on. Who else? Okay. So let's get, it's a lot of conversation we're going to have today, and I'm going to try my very best to talk to you guys. I know I said I would prefer to have like adults alone listen to the conversation, because I'll probably get down and misbehave a little bit and talk a little bit things that could be benefit our older generation, especially, you know, those who believe that when you meet 50 years old that life is done. And I want to tell you, no way. I have patients who are 71 years old, 75 years old, 78 years old, and is still having sex. And so we'll talk about all of that. How do we live a purposefully driven life? And as I was driving in this morning, I was wondering, you know, so many people just living and not doing anything with their lives. And so are we living the life that we were supposed to live on this earth, or are we just sitting back, taking things easy and going slow with life? No, I want to live a purposefully driven life. I want to meet all you guys, to help you guys a little bit in terms of the things that I know, the experience that I got in life. Like I've said many years ago, as a child, I failed all my exams. Get into nursing school, I was a valedictorian in my nursing class, and then I got over 25 awards in nursing. I've worked with so many patients, those the needy, those who have a mental problem, those who are addicted to things. So I have heard so many stories. And as I'm going to talk tonight, I'm going to try to pull some of those things, those conversations that I had with my patients, and share with you guys. Okay, I think we can go for a music. I'm going to charge up, and I'll come back and talk about menopause in women and some of the signs and symptoms and why I choose this topic. Actually, I met a young lady about 55 years old, 51 years old, somewhere within that bracket, and she was telling me all these things happening to her. And then I said to her, you know, I asked her age, and she told me, and I said, you know what, it might be very well be menopause. And yes, it is. I was correct. She was going through menopause. So let's educate each other and share your story with us. Okay, let's go, DJ.
Oh gosh, I'm say, hey, me fretting up about the hair I'm flexing. I'm say, hey, me frowning up on me hair is wearing. Whoa, every day, them a cry me down, but I just don't have it fun. All me want is the music all night long. Play the music big and strong, 'cause I just don't have it fun. Run the gun, keep straight to town. Don't stop this jam. Pump me up with the music, pump me up. 'Cause you know I'm addicted. Pump me up with the music, pump me up. Na, live without it. Pump me up with the music, pump me up. Start me nobody pumping. Pump me up with the music, pump me up. All me know just a jumping. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, oh gosh. If the vibe feeling right, rock me steady all night. If the vibe feeling right, rock me steady
Welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show here on Island Zone Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show here on Island Zone Radio. I see my good friend from Florida checked in too, Roxanne Walker Hamilton. Always good to have you on. And yes, Shelley, it was nice talking to you yesterday. Sadira Rampersad, thank you very much for tuning in. Nadira Rose, Henry Rose, thank you very much. My good friend from Suriname, John Nimut, always good to have you on, my brother. Let's see, Maria again, Geeta Dheeraj, thanks for tuning in. Astra Mohammed, thank you very much for watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Debbie, it's good to have you on again. Let's see, there was a comment that I see. Sarah Bikari, thank you very much for tuning in. And John, good night to you too. Anna Diana, thank you very much for tuning in. Vikram Hiralal, thank you so much for watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Vikram Jairam, good to have you on. Indi Kudan, thank you for watching. Puran Prasad, thank you very much. Yodram Bisundial, thank you very much for watching. My beautiful wife, Geeta Rampersad, I see she locked in. Thank you very much. Jillian Fordyce, thank you very much for watching. I know the last name Fordyce from Guyana. I work with a male nurse named Fordyce. I was wondering if you related to him. Chandrani, thank you very much for watching. And Marcella, I totally agree with you. She says that hers is done when she's dead. I totally see the same thing. And as we get later on in the program, the program will get a little more juicier. But now I have to talk about like the overview of menopause. I was surprised. My little son, he's 12 years old, and he asked me, he said, Dad, that what is menopause? And I said, you know, watch Daddy's show on Sunday and you will know. So menopause is the time that marks the end of your menstrual cycle. It's diagnosed after 12 months without menstrual period. Menopause can happen in your 40s or 50s, but the average year in a person, like in the United States, is 51 years old. Menopause is a natural biological process, but the physical symptoms such as hot flashes and emotional symptoms of menopause may disrupt your sleep, lower your energy, or affect your emotional health. There are many effective treatments available, from lifestyle adjustment to hormone therapy, and I can tell you that, you know, a lot of women always complain of the hot flashes, and sometimes I'm at work and someone would complain, you know what, I'm feeling this and I'm feeling the hot flashes and so on. And here are some of the signs, the symptoms that someone would experience in the months or years leading up to menopause. You might experience these signs and symptoms, and I always say that the sign is what you can see. The symptoms is what the patient would feel, or the individual will feel. They will get irregular periods, and you'll be spotting now and again. And a lot of women does not know that they're experiencing menopause or premenopause. You will have vaginal dryness, hot flashes, chills, and you will see your mom or your aunt or somebody around you that's older. They will always say, "Oh, I'm hot" or "I'm cold." So watch for that. You would get chills, you will get night sweats, sleeping problem, mood disorder, and if you are a guy, you would know that your wife sometime would be nice one time and then she will be in another mood a different time. She will always also gain weight and slow metabolism, like thinning of the hair and dry skin. A lot of times women would have their hair drop out and they would want to know what's going on. So don't get too excited. It's menopause that's knocking at your door early. Loss of breast fullness, the kind of fullness that you have in your breast, it will lose all that fatty tissue that's there, and sometimes it's going to sag a little bit, but that's normal. And if you have a beautiful husband who understands things, he will know exactly what's going on. The symptoms include changes in menstruation or different for every woman. And like I've always said, we are all individuals. What may affect you today may not affect somebody else, or someone may have a lot of bleeding and the other one may not have any kind of bleeding, or just minimal bleeding. Most likely you're experiencing some irregularities in your periods before the end, like skipping periods during perimenopause is common and expected. Often, and then sometime you will see women will get menstruation today, this month they wouldn't get it another 2 months, and then they will get it again. Very different times. It will skip a month and return, or skip several months, and then they start monthly cycle again for a few months. Period also tends to happen on a shorter cycle, may not last like 7 days or 3 days or 4 days, all depends. Like some people menstruation lasts 3 days, some last 4 days, like I said. With each of us, which each woman is very different. Also, they are closer together. Despite irregular periods, pregnancy is still possible. So sometimes people ask, wonder if they could get pregnant. And as long as you're getting that period, you're able to get if you're getting your period, you can get pregnant. I was talking to someone, she's about 59 years old, last week Friday, and I was telling her my topic, what I was going to talk about. And then she said, this is so strange. I am 59 years old and I still get my menstruation. So yes, with different people, different age. If you have skipped a period but aren't sure that you are starting to menopause, the transition, you may want to consider, especially if you're having sex, you may want to consider a pregnancy test to see that if you are really pregnant or if you are having menopause. And it's when you really need to see a doctor. Keep up with regular visits with your doctor for preventative health care and any medical concern. Continue getting these appointments during or after menopause. Preventative health care as you age may include recommended health screening tests. As we know, when you get certain age, you will want to do a colonoscopy, or you'll want to do a mammogram, or and your blood test check for cholesterol screening. Okay, your doctor might recommend other tests and exams too, including your thyroid test, because sometimes when you have thyroid problem, what happens is that your mood is all over the place. Okay, if suggested by your history and breast and pelvic exams. So all these exams they will do. Always seek medical advice if you have been bleeding from your vagina after menopause, because I'm sure you guys probably heard some story. People may have cancer, uterine cancer, cervical cancer, whatever it is, and they can bleed. So if you have bleeding after your menopause, you want to go and check with your doctor to make sure that you don't have some form of cancer. Sometimes you see people 80 years old, men having some vaginal bleeding, and you want to know what's happened. Probably something is going on there, okay? Menopause can result from natural decline of reproductive hormones as you approach your late 30s. Your ovaries start making less estrogen and progesterone, the hormones that regulate menstruation, and your fertility will definitely decline. In your 40s, your menstruation period may become longer or shorter, heavier or lighter, and more or less frequent until eventually, on an average. And by 51 years old, your ovaries stop producing eggs and you will have no more periods. And I know a lot of women, I'm going to ask my DJ to get a song, so I'll come back again. And I know a lot of women say, God, I can't wait for this menstruation to stop. And so I think probably you guys can share some of your experience, because to go through this every month on a monthly basis, it's not easy for some people with the headache and the pain and all these things and the cramping and so on. So some people glad when they stop. So let's go, DJ, with another song. And when we come back, we will continue the conversation. I hope that Julie mango is sweet. I love a mango. Actually, I eat a mango actually every day. I love mango. It's good to have see Suresh Sugrim in the chat box. Michael Nalini Naidu, thank you very much for watching. And it's understandable that your phone is not working, but you can always watch this a bit later. Ava Crandon, thank you very much for watching the show. Brunch, thank you very much. Shelly, again, thank you very much for watching. John Nimut, Liz Paduman, it's good to have you on again. Let's see, Sumintra Rajesh, thank you very much for watching. Anita Munsami, thank you for watching. Dave Ramdas Daniel, thank you very much for watching. Arif Amir, thank you very much for watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Brandon Ram, thank you very much for watching the show. Let's see what else we have. Patsy Fraser, my good friend from all the way from Baltimore. Can you be in your 60s and never experience menopause? According to what people say, yes, you can. Different people, different folks, different strokes. You can become, if you are getting your menstruation at 60, you can become pregnant too. Bibi Rahman, thank you very much for watching. Sita Ram Kelawan, thank you very much for watching. Vashmani Singh, thank you very much. Ken, thank you for watching. Doreen Munishwar, thank you very much for watching. My Aunt Delari Sigo been watching all the way from Guyana. Joy Rambaran, thank you very much for watching and good afternoon to you. And she's saying good afternoon to all our viewers. Z Sigo, thank you very much for watching. Cindy Gatto, thank you very much for watching. Indra Singh, thank you for watching. She says, I'm going through menopause 3 years now and still very sick. I'm really glad for your advice. All right. So Yeah, and it's sad, that you have to go through this in such a long time. You want this to go through in a short time and done with it, but sometimes it takes longer for some people. Shelley Resindi again. Let's see what Marcella always have something nice to say. So, what's the difference when the period cycle stopped due to surgery from an early age? I'm going to talk about something. Listen up, Marcella. Jolly Garaway, thank you for watching. Again, Indra Singh, Shelley, thank you again. Komal Singh, thank you very much for watching. Sarika Inchan, thank you very much for watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Samantha Suklal, thank you very much for watching. Joseph Helen, thank you very much for watching. Sadira Rampersaud, thank you very much. So let's go. I always like to acknowledge all of you guys who locked in on the show, because one of the things is that without you guys, the Ken Rampersaud Show is nothing. So here we go. Also, another thing that could cause hysterectomy, a hysterectomy that removes your uterus but not your ovaries, usually doesn't cause immediate menopause. Although you may no longer have your periods, your ovaries still releases eggs, produce estrogen and progesterone. But surgery that removes both your uterus and your ovaries, which is called a total hysterectomy, does cause immediate menopause, and your period stops immediately. Okay, there is no way that you're going to get it when you remove your ovaries and your hysterectomy. Your period stop immediately, and you are likely to have hot flashes and other menopausal signs and symptoms, which can be very severe, as these hormone changes stop immediately and abruptly rather than it takes several years. And that goes to show, like, for example, when you want someone to lose weight, you don't want them to lose a lot of weight in a short period of time. You want someone to lose their weight in a stretch, in a span of time. And when you do lose weight or so in a short time, then you want to know what's going on with that person, okay? So, yes, you're going to go through a harder time in menopause if it stopped abruptly, okay? And the best thing that you can really do is speak to your doctor and see what advice they can give you. There is treatment that could help you go through this. Also, chemotherapy and radiation therapy, these cancer therapies can induce menopause, causing symptoms such as hot flashes during or shortly after the course of treatment. The halt to menstruation and fertility is not always permanent following chemotherapy, and so birth control measure may still be desired. Also, primary ovarian insufficiency. About 1% of women experience menopause before age 40 years old, which is premenopause. Menopause may result from primary ovarian insufficiency when your ovaries fail to produce normal level of reproductive hormones stemming from genetic factors or autoimmune disease, but often no cause can be found. For these women, hormone therapy is typically recommended at least until your natural age of menopause, in order to protect the brain, your heart, and your bones. So one of the best things that you can always do is speak to your doctor, and they can tell you what's best for you, and they can order something to help you. We want to know what's some of the complication after menopause. Sorry, I didn't change the screen. The complication after menopause, your risk of certain medical condition increases. For example, heart and blood vessel disease. When your estrogen level decline, your risk for cardiovascular disease will increase. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in women as well as in men. So it's important to have regular exercise. And we talked about exercise before, and I'll talk a little bit about it again just now. Eat a healthy diet and maintain a normal body weight. Ask your doctor for advice on how to protect your heart, such as how to reduce your cholesterol or blood pressure if it's too high. And, one of the things that I've always said, as a nurse here in the United States, I have, told people several times on all the show nearly, it's important that you lose weight and eat a balanced diet. Make sure you don't eat too much fatty food. Eat some good protein. Make sure you drink a lot of water and so on. If I have time later on in the program, I will talk a little bit of the importance of drinking water, okay? Also, like your cholesterol level. A lot of times, I'm hearing people drop dead. You all of a sudden you hear a young person dead, and next thing you know, they die of a heart attack. So, one of the best thing that you can do for yourself is to always make sure you go to the doctor and check your cholesterol level. And especially if you have family members who dying early in age, the best thing to do is start early. Let your doctor know that you have a strong history of cardiac problem so that you can get your lipids checked by your doctor. Also, osteoporosis. This condition causes bones to become brittle and weak, leading to an increased risk of fractures. And we know that older women and men, a lot of times they are prone for fractures, especially if they fall. During the first few years after menopause, you may lose your bone density at a rapid rate. All right, increase your risk for osteoporosis, and postmenopausal women with osteoporosis are especially susceptible to fracture of the spine, hips, and the wrist. And that's why I've always tell people to please make sure you get your vitamin D. Your doctor is going to order that for you. Also, when we talk about urinary incontinence, as the tissue of your vagina and urethra lose its elasticity, you may experience frequent or sudden strong urges to urinate, following by an involuntary loss of urine, which is called urge incontinence. And a lot of older persons, and I could tell you that I remember one of my grandmother. I will make her laugh when I was a little boy until she pee herself, and I didn't understand why that will happen until now. I get older. I became a nurse, and I know what happens. Also, the loss of urine when coughing, laughing, or lifting, which is when you're lifting stuff, is called stress incontinent. So again, we like older person, you will know that they will laugh when they're laughing or when they're coughing, or if they're lifting something, they can pass some urine. And it's good in the United States if you have that kind of problem, or in Guyana, you're passing urine frequently, you can always wear a pad or something to catch that urine, okay? Strengthening pelvic floor muscle like the Kegel exercise and using of topical vaginal estrogen may help relieve the symptoms of incontinence. And I know a lot of women, I heard of it before, but a lot of women to strengthen the walls of the vagina, and I know that they make it tighter for the guys. That's what I heard, but it's just strengthening the vagina. So that's a good thing to do. If you don't know, ask your friends; they may be able to tell you, or you can even talk to your gynecologist and see how that they can help you. You may also have urinary tract infection more often. And that's why it's important that you always make sure that you tidy up the area. Even after you urine, you tidy up the area, your vagina area, okay? Strengthening pelvic floor muscle with a Kegel exercise, that's one thing it's good to do, okay? And especially if you can start to do that from a young age, especially if you have a couple kids or whatever it is. It's going to make the walls a little more tighter for you. Also, hormone therapy may also be an effective treatment option for menopausal urinary tract and the vaginal changes which can occur in urinary incontinence. Also, sexual function, which we will talk in much more detail in the second hour of this, which for decreased moisture production and loss of elasticity can cause discomfort and slight bleeding during sexual intercourse. As I said, later on, we'll talk about some of the things that you can help yourself with during intercourse after menopause. Also, decreased sensation may reduce your desire for sexual activities, okay? Water-based vaginal moisturizer and lubricant may help. If a vaginal lubricant isn't enough, many women benefit from the use of local vaginal estrogen treatment available as a vaginal cream, tablet, or ring. And I will talk much more in detail about this aspect in the second hour. Also, weight gain. Many women gain weight during the menopausal transition, and after menopause becomes metabolism, it slows down, okay? You may need to eat less and exercise more just to maintain your body weight and to make sure you keep a healthy weight on. I'm going to ask the DJ to play a song now, and when I come back, I'll be talking about DJ is going to come up with a song in just a minute. And when we come back, we will be talking about menopause in men. And sometimes a lot of times people don't know that men do go through changes in menopause. Are you ready, DJ? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Let's get together. You know, love is universal, and that's the best thing that we can do. We can give love, always give love. And Sharon Sharma, thank you very much for tuning in. Chandra Lal, thank you very much. My good friend Nanda Hemraj, thank you very much. Let's see what John have said. John said you should bring visual material with you to understand the matter much more. You know, John, if I be honest with you, when I was a young guy, and this is just fun talk, when I was about 18 or about 12 to, no, not 12, about 15 to 18 years old, I went to a village called Wales, and I went to a funeral, and somebody had a book, a GYN book, and in front of the book had the vagina, somebody draw it on it, and had the part's name and so on. And as soon as I opened the book, that's the first thing I saw, and a couple of ladies were sitting there, and they were like, "Oh my God, what kind of book this guy got?" Watching, and then my mother said, well, from that young age, I knew I wanted to be a nurse. And then she said, my son wants to be a nurse. That's why he got this book. So, yes, Nanda Kennedy, thank you very much for watching. Great vibes, DJ. Behind the scene is DJ Selector Bold. He's the man playing the music today. We have to say thanks to him for doing that favor. Pamela Kushial, thank you very much for watching. Susan Balkaran Munisar, thank you very much for watching. Indra Kumar, thank you very much. Ronald Ram Singh, thanks for watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Yes, Marcella, thank you very much. And Marcella, if I be honest with you, I'm not sure where you're from, but I have been a nurse for over 25 years, over 30 years. And I've listened to a lot of people, especially from Guyana. And, I hear people talk, and I hear people saying, that after 50 years there is no sex and so on, no sex and these kind of things, and people will sleep in their separate rooms and so on. So I've listened to all these things, and I really want to talk about it, and I'm going to share my conversation with you guys, how I look at things. So let's talk. And we don't know. A lot of women did not know, and men don't know even that we go through menopause. And male menopause is more common term for andropause. It describes age-related changes in male hormone levels, and that's why when you see a husband will scratch a tea, it says scratch a tea, or he's something else. It's something you have to pay attention and give him a leeway too. Same as I ask that men always understand their women. The same group of symptoms is also known as testosterone deficiency, androgen deficiency, and late onset hypogonadism, which is the testes, the ovaries in women not functioning properly. Male menopause involved the drop of testosterone production in men who are over 50 years old or older. It's often affiliated with hypogonadism. Both conditions involve lowering testosterone and the similar symptoms, and you sometimes want to know why your husband don't want to have sex and so on. So here it is. You will understand a little more, but by at the end of the second hour, you will learn much more things what you can do to help your husband and to help yourself. You know, if you're a man, your testosterone is a hormone produced in your testes, and we said in your balls, if you want to say, and I want to be professional, especially in this show. I'm talking about such sensitive issue. So it does more often. It does more than fuel your sex drive. It also fuel changes during puberty, fuel your mental and physical energy, maintain your muscle mass, regulates your flight or your fight responses, and regulate the other key evolutionary features. Male hormones differ from female menopause in several ways. For one thing, not all men experience menopause. For another, it doesn't involve a complete shutdown of your reproductive organ. However, sexual complication may arise as a result of the lowering testosterone drive. And you know what? That's why, like I said, you would want to know why your husband don't want to have sex, and we will talk more about that. And here are the symptoms of menopause in men. Male menopause can cause physical, sexual, and psychological problems. They typically worsen as they get older in life. They will experience a low energy. And I'm probably going through this because I got always low energy, depression or sadness, decreased motivation, lower self-confidence, difficulty concentrating, insomnia or difficulty sleeping. A lot of times you see you in bed, you're tossing and turning, you don't know why you're not sleeping. And if it's going on for some time, probably you're going through menopause. Increased body fat, reduced muscle mass, and feeling of physical weakness, development of breasts, and some men develop, you see their breast area grow a little bit more and you want to know what's going on. Decreased bone density, erectile dysfunction. In fact, to be honest, next week I'm inclined to talk about sexual erectile dysfunction for men and see how we can help each other in this area. Reduced libido, infertility. You may also experience swollen or tender breast decrease. Your testicle may become smaller. You will lose a lot of hair. You can see I had so many hair and I don't know where all went. So probably I just will pass through my own menopause and or hot flashes. But I don't pay attention to these things, to be really honest with you guys. Low level of testosterone associated with male menopause have also been linked to osteoporosis. So as you get older, age 50 years and over, you got to watch yourself. You don't want to fall because your bones become brittle and you can always fracture somewhere. So be very careful. This is a condition where your bone becomes weak and brittle. They are rare symptoms. They typically affect men at the same age as women entering menopause, like 50, 55. Some people, sometimes it could be a little earlier. And the changes in testosterone over the years before you hit puberty, your testosterone level are very low. They increase as you sexually mature. Like testosterone is the hormone that fuels typical changes involving the male puberty, such as growing of your muscle mass, growth of your body hair, lowering of your voice, and changes in your sexual function. As you age, your testosterone level will typically begins to drop. Testosterone level tend to decline on an average like 1% per year after men become 30. But guess what? 1% grow every year, and when you get older, that's it. Some health condition can cause earlier or more drastic decline in your testosterone level. Um, Diagnosis and the treating for male menopause, your doctor can take a sample of blood to test your testosterone level. Um, you know what? Even if you're young, and I'm just gonna, this is off the conversation. If you're young and you're not having a lot of sex and you don't feel like having sex, let your doctor check your levels and see how high it is, because there is no way that a young man would say that, you know what, he have a young wife and he don't want to have sex. So check that, and there's things that you can really do also. Useless male, unless male menopause is causing your severe hardship or disrupting your life, you'll probably manage your symptoms without any kind of treatment. The biggest hurdle actually treating male menopause may be talking to your doctor about your symptoms. Many men are too intimidated or shy to discuss sexual topic, which to their doctors. A lot of guys do, when they go to the doctor, they don't want to talk to the doctor. And you know, as a man, I'll have to tell you, and as a nurse too, when you go to the doctor, you don't have to be shy. You know, put that to the side. You want to get better. You want to get help. Tell the doctor exactly what's going on, and you be honest and truthful. They will be able to help you in such a way that you will be surprised, and you don't have to worry that the doctor is going to go back and tell a friend or talk to somebody who you know about your sexual problem. So go ahead, feel comfortable. Even with women, don't be shy when you go to the doctor and to discuss what's going on with you. Your penis is not erected, you're having erectile dysfunction. Let your doctor know so they could help you. You know, yes, sometimes we feel bad about things, but you know, the best thing is to talk to the doctor. The most common treatment or for symptoms of male menopause is make healthier lifestyle choices. And we have said so many times on this show, it is important, how important it is to eat a balanced diet. Even if you start from young, eating and choosing food that's good for you, that you can eat heart-healthy diet, you can help with diabetes, hypertension, and also, you know, we don't understand the importance of exercise. I've always said, and I try my very best sometimes, like when I'm at work, to walk up the stairs, so I don't have to go walk in the afternoon when I come, but it's important to go and exercise at least 4 or 5 days a week for 30 minutes. 30 minutes a day. And like I tell older people, if you get tired, you have asthma or anything, and you can't walk and you're going through pain, bust that half an hour walk to every 15 minutes. You go walk 15 minutes in the morning and you go walk 15 minutes in the afternoon to make your half an hour walk every day. And you must absolutely get enough sleep at night. Get your rest. Rest is important. Reduce your stress. A lot of times there's so many things could stress us out in our life, but try your best not to take on too much things, too much problems. These lifestyle habits can benefit all men after adopting these habits. Men are also experiencing symptoms of male menopause, may see a drastic change in their overall health. If you, let's see, hormone replacement therapy is also good in other treatment option. However, it is controversial. It is very controversial, like performance-enhancing steroids. Synthetic testosterone may have damaging side effect. Also, if you're experiencing depression, your doctor may prescribe antidepressant therapy and lifestyle changes. And like I've said before in my talk about depression, if you are depressed, let your doctor know. If you're taking depression medication, it does not have to be lifetime that you'll be taking any your medication for depression. You could take it for a couple of months, a couple of weeks, a couple of years, and it could stop. So don't be shy to take things like your depression medication, okay? For example, if you have prostate cancer, you may have your cancer cell grow back. If you're taking these hormonal treatment, if your doctor suggests hormone replacement therapy, weigh all the positive and the negative and decide what's best for you. Especially if you're a young age and you have a young wife, decide what's best that you would want to do. And let's take a general overlook. It's normal to experience a decline of your testosterone level as you become older. For many men, the symptoms are manageable, and especially if you're in the United States, these countries, North American countries, there's so many help now, and I'm sure that Guyana have help. Even without treatment, if your symptoms are causing you hardship, speak to your doctor. They can provide recommendations to help you manage or treat your symptoms. And so DJ is going to get another song for us. I don't want you guys to be bored. So when we come back, we will be talking about ways to deal with menopause symptoms. And so we can help each other. And share the program, guys. Share it so other people can hear what I'm talking about. You know, it's one of my main thing to talk about this program here today is actually I want to help people to learn and to ease the problem. There were so many people with marital problems. There are so many people with problem because guys they can maintain an erection and all these things. So we will bust this up as I'm going to talk about it. I put my pride today at the side, and I'm not shy. I will be able to talk to you guys and in an honest way. Okay, so let's go, DJ. That's right. The man Bob Marley loved all his songs them. So let's say hello to some of our viewers. Radhika Sanita Singh, thank you very much for watching. John, thank you very much for watching. Rita, my good friend, always. I like how she said good morning, Ken. Rita, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for always saying good morning, to take the time to say good morning for many months now. It's good to have you on. Nanda, thank you very much for watching. John, again, thank you for watching. Pamela said, thanks for sharing. Yes, we must share it with each other. Bibi Baksh, thanks for watching. Jimmy, thanks for watching. Rampersaud, Gant, thank you very much for watching. And Apple and are watching. Apple and thank you very much for watching. Savitri Bailey. Oh, good to see Savitri Bailey on. It's good to have you on. Let's see who's here. I just turned 50. I've been going through menopause at 45 as I become older. I have learned about this. I've learned about this. Never knew I was going through menopause, but the night sweats. Oh my God. Thank you for sharing such intellectual program. Yes, thank you very much for watching. Rafiq Khan, thank you very much for watching. Maharani, thank you very much for watching. Ramratram, Mary Singh, thank you very much. Parwan Ramgulam, thank you very much for watching. Camille Saki, thank you very much for watching. Bibi Badora, thank you it's good to have you on. Badora, Mavis Goberdan, thanks for watching. Init Patricia Stewart, thanks for watching. Sunita Brijlal, thank you very much for watching. Let's see who else you have. Selwyn Wong, thank you very much for watching. The second half is going to be more interesting than the first half. Marcella, it's almost midnight in London, and I really don't want to fall asleep because I am locked in this program. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope, Marcella, I'm not going to make you sleep. The next part, I'm going to add some more interesting conversations. So don't sleep. You have another hour to spend with me, and it will be good time. Okay, Marcella, it's good to have you on. Mahadeo, Roshni Mahadeo, thank you. Juliet Etwaru, thank you very much for watching. So Nanda Kennedy, thank you very much for watching. Chandra Lal, good to have you on, Chandra. Sharon Sharma, thank you very much. Pamela Kushial, thank you very much. It's always good to have you guys. I value all of you and your opinion. And always, if you are shy to write in the inbox, you can always write me later on. And so here are some ways you can deal with menopause symptoms. You know, one of the things that you want to do is to keep a diary to track what sets off your hot flashes, whether it's coffee, alcohol, or a hot room, whether stress. All of this is common. And when a flush starts, take slow, deep breaths into your nose and mouth. For tough cases, talk to your doctor. Okay, so take some deep breaths when you're going through your hot flashes. Also, freeze out night sweat. At night, hot flashes can go on for like 3 minutes or more, leaving you drenched in sweat and unable to sleep. But there are ways to keep you cool. Trade a heavy, take a sleep in light clothes, get a pajama or something, put a bag of frozen peas under your pillow, right? I didn't know this too, that you take a frozen bag of peas and put it under your pillow. You flip the pillow through the night and put your face onto the cold side, especially if you wake up. Choose like a blanket over a thick quilt, and you use a bedside fan to keep the air moving in the room. And a lot of times people don't realize it's good to have a fan in the room. I have an AC in the room, but I still have a fan in the room to help keep the air moving. Also, boost the odds of sleeping. Yoga, Tai Chi, and meditation can help you shut your eyes. According to research, and exercise can make a difference. Just stop 3 hours before bedtime. You might skip alcohol, since alcohol will wake you up later on at night. Sip warm milk instead. If you have a substance in that can help you relax, you go ahead and take it. If you're still up, one of the best things you can do is to get up and read a book, and you might fall asleep. And sometimes you can get a nice recliner to read your book, and sometimes you can fall right asleep in that recliner. I love to sleep in my recliner sometimes, but not night. During the day I do that. And to give your body help, hormone changes leave the vagina thinner and drier, which can make sex very painful. And I'll go in detail probably in about next 2 topics from now. Lucky for you, lots of products can help you out there try non-prescription water-based vaginal lubricants or vaginal moisturizer. You also ask your doctor about prescription vaginal cream or rings or prescription pill for dryness and painful sex. The more sex you're able to have, the better the blood flow, which helps things cooler down there, okay? Um, Also, you want to nurture the loss of desire. You know, make more time for sex. This is a time that you're older now. Not like when you're young, you go, slam bam bam, you're gone, whatever it is. Now you're older, you have all the time. Make time for sex. You don't have to go and rush things. You take your time. Also, if you're having problem, and we know that when you get older, things doesn't work as it was when you were 20 years old, you can put on a nice sex tape and watch it. Also, people use toys these days now. A lot of girls use sex toys, and they have a lot of people don't want to talk about these things, and they don't talk about it. But I'm lucky. I get these girls, and they tell me all manner of things. They tell me what kind of speed to buy when you know what I'm saying. So don't be shy, and you can buy all these things online. If you're in the United States, you can go to Amazon.com and buy these things. Just go online, and you don't have to be shy about any of these things. I know people like to judge people, but these are private business that you don't need to share to people. Hormone changes are a main cause, but other things that zap your sex drive can strike at any time. Ask your doctor about poor sleep, bladder trouble, or feeling depressed or stressed. Also, mood heights. People get with a mood problem. One time they're high, one time they're low, one time they're happy, one time they're sad. Also, like I said before, yoga and Tai Chi can help there. So you can do fun things with friends and family. Your doctor may suggest low dose of birth control, antidepressant, and alternative treatment for any kind of mood change. And you know, sometimes people cry, and all these ladies, sometimes they're crying and they don't know why they're crying. They feel sad, they don't know why they feel sad. Always make sure you write these things down and let your doctor know. Also, you get head off headaches. Migraine can get worse, or around the time menopause strikes, or show up for the first time during your menopause. Keep a diary to see what seems to trigger them, and if they show up along with hot flashes, that shows you can take steps to lessen them. Eating small meals throughout the day can help you with hunger, and that's triggered by the menopause. Right? Lack of sleep is another one. So nap if you can during the day, and you sleep. But sometimes I have to tell you, a lot of people like to sleep all day and then they expect to sleep at night. If you know you're not sleeping at night, try your best not to really sleep too much in the day, because guess what? You're not going to sleep at night. And I'm a typical guy. If I sleep too much in the day, at night, I cannot sleep. I'll be tossing and turning all night. Lack of sleep is another one. So nap, again, if your nights are messed up. Treatment varies. Some can prevent migraines, other may make less frequent or severe. And like I said, the best thing that you could do is talk to your doctor. And you want to know what is it that really triggering your headache. Also, when what hair does down the drain, when hair does goes down the drain. A lot of people complain of their hair dropping. Hair can thin or shed faster around the time of menopause. At the same time, it may show up where you don't want it. Example for your head. Also, some women do get hair on the cheek and so on. And we know there are ways how you can remove it. To shave what you have, switch to coloring products, and that don't have to be harsh chemical. And I hope that someone I wanted to tell, you know what, a lot of people dye their hair, so try your very best. Don't use too much dye that's going to cause problem. Going to be very harsh on your hair. Avoid the sun, which is drying. Go unwanted. You got unwanted facial hair. Ask the doctor if they can help you wax it. But now you can go to a lot of places, especially here in Jamaica Avenue or Hillside Avenue, and get these hair removed. I know that you can do it in Guyana too. Also, you can expect to have acne in your teens, but not in your 50s. Surprise! It's common around menopause too. You can get acne. Make sure you moisturize, sunscreen, cleanser, and other face products use them as gently as possible. Look for words like oil-free that would clog your pores, and non-acnegenic, even though some can cause the time and the doctor help. A blast through the mental fog Use it or lose it. It's the simple phrase. You help when you fight fuzzy thinking and stay focused during menopause. I've always said this, that what you don't use, you lose. And I'm certainly sure that most of you have heard that term. Challenge your brain in new ways. A lot of people that I know that prefer to sit on one place and don't do anything. But you have to do things. Try to do things to keep your brain active, okay? Learn something new like a hobby or a new language. And one of the best things you can use these days is the internet to do things. Lower your stress level. I've always said, there's so much stress in this world. And let me say to you, try not to stress people out around you. Women with more hot flashes, which can be linked to stress, say they have more memory troubles. And there is a lot of food that you can use too. So I'm going to ask DJ to come and play another song for me. When I come back, we're going to talk about some food that's going to boost your testosterone level. And after that, we're going to talk about tips of solving vaginal dryness and overcome painful intercourse. So let's go, DJ. One of my favorite songs.
Now she only want me to be she Raja. I bounce up with this young girl by me Aja. Now she only want me to be she Raja. It was a celebration and she come out alive. And when she spot me, she walk and she whine. I bounce up with this young girl by me Aja. Now she only want me to be she Raja. Yes, she only want me to be she Raja. She want me be she Raja. Hello?
Hi, baby. How are you?
She tried really hard, boy, to break up my marriage. But I only like to drink my white porridge. Still she want me be she Raja. She want me be she Raja. I box up with this young girl by me Aja. Now she only want me to be she Raja. I box up with this young girl by me Aja. Now she only want me to be she Raja. You to know a secret about life. Pick the right husband and choose a good wife. I want you to know a secret about life. Pick the right husband and choose a good wife. I don't want no trouble, but she not understand that I won't leave my family for no sweet woman. Still she want me be she Raja.
That's right. That's right. Welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show here on Island Zone Radio and Facebook Live. Oh, Lord, make sure you have your Raja and you help your Raja. And I'm going to tell you a lot of things how you can help your Raja too tonight. I'm glad I see someone who I want to talk to about menopause and hair loss. So I wouldn't identify the person, but you know, when you go through menopause, one of the things that you do is you lose a lot of hair. And as we have just said, just not too long ago, if you were listening, is that you don't use too much chemicals that go hard on your hair, like you know the hair shampoo that you use good stuff. Google some of the best shampoo you can use, or talk to your hairdresser. Let them advise you what kind of shampoo to use, and hair dye, especially the hair dye, because you know you can go through with allergies and all of that with your hair loss. Okay. Another good things that we can talk about, like when you are going through menopause, your testosterone level goes down, especially for men and women. Okay, and what you can eat to help yourself with that. And I always say, you would not eat things just today and make sure things get better overnight. You have to constantly eat these things in your diet. Okay, testosterone in male sex hormone that affects more just than sex drive. The hormone is also responsible for bone and muscle health, sperm production, hair growth. You can lose testosterone as you age, as well as from chronic illness. Also, hypogonadism, which we said the testes doesn't function properly in men. Also, low testosterone level, or your low T is often medically treated to prevent further problem. So if you have this problem, always make sure you talk to your doctor. An overall balance of hormone is important to manage testosterone level. This means that consuming a well-balanced diet is going to help you. Being mindful of total intake of your food containing hormones. Some studies have shown these nutrients may have an effect on overall hormone balance. Also, along with your doctor's recommendation, you may consider potential testosterone boosting food as a natural complement to lower your T levels. Two nutrients are especially important to your diet, which is vitamin D and vitamin C, both of which are precarious to making your testosterone level. One food, and I've always said, tuna. Tuna is rich in vitamin D, which has been linked to a longer life and testosterone production. It's also a heart-healthy diet, protein-rich food that lowers in calories. So always, as I said before, eat things like tuna, sardine, salmon. That's good for your heart health. Whether you choose canned or fresh, eating this fish can be a natural way of boosting your testosterone. A serving of tuna fill your daily vitamin D needs. Also, if you aren't a tuna fan, you know, you may consider other fishes source from vitamin, like I said before, like salmon and sardine. You know, what I try to do before I eat cheese in my bread in the morning when I go to work, I let Gita put some sardine, put some nice onions, some pepper inside, little salt and pepper, whatever, and we put it in the bread and I eat that rather than too much fried egg and fried stuff and so on. Okay, remember that moderation is the key. Aim for a max of 2 to 3 serving of a week to minimize your intake of mercury, which is found in seafood. And like I said, if you eat these fish like sardine, salmon, tuna, it's good for your heart. So you're doing a lot of good for yourself. Low-fat milk with vitamin D. Milk is a great source of protein and calcium. Children and women are encouraged to drink milk for better bone health, but milk can also keep men's bones stronger too. The vitamin D content may also keep testosterone level in check. Make sure you choose milk that's fortified with vitamin D. Choose low-fat milk or skim milk version. And you know, sometimes you don't like the 1%, you want the 2%, you want the one that's no good for you. Also, they all have the same nutrients as whole milk without all of the saturated fat. Egg yolk. Eat egg yolk are another rich source of vitamin D. While cholesterol has a bad reputation, egg yolk contains more nutrients than the egg white. The cholesterol of yolk may even help lower your T level. As long as you don't have any pre-existing cholesterol issue, you can safely eat one egg per day. And yeah, go ahead and eat your egg. It's good for your heart too. But it's like a controversial thing that a lot of people say it makes your cholesterol go up. But if you eat one in like 3-4 a week, that's not going to hurt you. Fortified eggs aren't the only breakfast food that you can help lower your T level. If you have to watch your cholesterol, this is especially good news. Certain cereal brands are fortified with vitamin D, not to mention other heart health nutrients. And if your heart is good, hey, that boy might be working better for you. Consider incorporate fortified cereal into your breakfast routine to jumpstart your day and your testosterone level. I have always heard about oyster. It's a good aphrodisiac for men to eat. I heard it's good for your testosterone level and it's good for your boy. So zinc is an essential nutrient during puberty, and its effect can make male hormone in check throughout adulthood. Men who have a low T benefits from increasing their zinc intake if they also have zinc deficiency. Excuse me. Oyster are a good source of this mineral. Also, shellfish, we hear about all this seafood, and seafood is good for men to eat. An occasional serving of crab or lobster may do your cholesterol level some good. This is thanks to part of the zinc content in these seafood favorites. According to the National Institute of Health, Alaskan crab, king crab, has 43% of your daily value of zinc in just 3-ounce servings. So I have to go out and get some good Alaskan. I've never seen I think probably saw it, but I didn't realize. Get some Alaskan king crab and feed it to your husband. Hey, you may never know that when you go to bed, you wonder what's going on. It might be the crab that's doing the damage. Okay. Also, beef. There are real health concerns about the consumption of red meat. Not only do some cut have more fat than other poultry, but eating too much is also linked to certain cancer, such as colon cancer. Still, some cuts of beef have nutrients that can boost testosterone. Beef liver is an exceptional source of vitamin D, while ground beef and chuck roasted contain zinc. Also, if you can't eat the beef, make sure you go and you can get some vitamin D capsule to buy. To keep animal fat in check, choose only lean cut of beef and avoid eating beef every day. I know some people like to eat beef and meat all the time. Also, we're going to talk about beans. When it comes to male hormone health, beans may offer more benefits than you may think. Many legumes, such as chickpeas, I eat a lot of chickpeas, lentils, and baked beans are all considered good source of zinc. As a bonus, these foods are full of fibers and plant-based protein that can protect your heart health. More food for thoughts. Healthy diet change may help you low T, but they are not cure for hypogonadism. A doctor must confirm that you have your low testosterone through a physical exam or from your do some blood work for you. If you're diagnosed with low T, you may be prescribed testosterone hormone to replace them, such as tablet or pill, skin patches. I know some people use skin patches, topical gel, or injections. These medications also come with a risk of serious side effects, so make sure you discuss all of them with your doctor beforehand. Additionally, consider making dietary adjustment to boost your overall health and not just to lower your level T. I'm going to get another song for you when I come back. This might be the juiciest part of the show, and we're going to talk about tips to solve vagina dryness and overcome painful intercourse. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Please make sure you share the page to your friends and to your family. It's not going to hurt you, and you can also tag, I tag like 100 people and send the show out. Let's go, DJ.
Tell her try your best just to make it quick. Woman tend to the sick. there must be something she can do. This heart is broken in two. Tell her it's a case of emergency. There's a patient by the name of Gregory. Night nurse, only you alone can quench this thirst. My night nurse, oh gosh, oh the pain is getting worse. I don't wanna see no doctor. I need attendance from my nurse around the clock. 'Cause there's no prescription for me.
There is prescription, yes. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show. I'm cutting the song because I have a lot of information I want to share with you guys. And I see it's now 6:25. When it's getting nice, the time is coming. So tips for solve vaginal dryness and overcome painful intercourse. So we know poor lubrication is a common condition you don't have to live with, especially if you know what you're doing. Our bodies changes as we go older, and we do not have to age without a fight. With vaginal dryness is a common condition that affects nearly 50 to 70% of women after menopause. A lack of lubrication is the most common cause of painful intercourse. A lack of vaginal moisture have a significant impact of women's sex life. Sex does not have to work to hurt you. Fortunately, there are many available options to provide the vagina with moisture and to make sex more pleasurable. Of course, none of us want to have sex and it's painful. So if you are having sex and it's painful, you need to listen to this show, this part of the show, moving on until 7 o'clock. Here are some tips to help solve problem with vagina dryness. Water-based sexual lubricants. Sexual lubricants reduce friction. Lubricants enhance the experience and eliminate the painful chafing. And when I say chafing, we're the two skin rubbing together while the penis is in the vagina. That's what's caused chafing, and you don't have to do that, and burning. The application of sexual lubricant as part of a foreplay is simply tricky for many women to improve sexual pleasure. Lube may be applied directly to the vagina or the clitoris and or the penis before penetration. Not all lubricants are the same. Most lubricants available at your local pharmacy, or they are water-based. Those that you find at the pharmacy, they are water-based. Water-based lubricants are the safest choice to prevent sexual transmitted infection. They do not break down the latex or condom, or even to the sex toy. So this one does not break down the condom, because you don't want to use it on the condom, and then when you use the condom, it bursts in there and cause a whole lot of problems. Water-based lubricants are ideal for those with sensitive skin or those prone to vaginal irritation. Water-based lubricants do not leave stains on the sheet and are easy to clean up at the laundry. Also, we have some popular brand that you can use. On the downside, water-based lubricant dry out very quickly. Again, water-based one is dried quickly. Rapidly drying may require reapplication for a longer session. But you know what you have to do if you're going for a long session, you need to use your proper one, and the good one that could last for a long time. For the downside, water-based lubricant, as I said, it's dried quickly. Rapid drying may require application for a longer. And when in the middle of your sex, you don't want to stop to go put something else again. It doesn't make sense, okay? For those suffering from chronic vaginal dryness or inadequate natural lubricant during sex, they may be insufficient. Water-based lubricant are often suboptimal for postmenopausal women. We want to talk about, let's say, we talk silicone-based sexual lubricant. It's a base stays slippery longer, so avoid the frustration of rapid drying. So this one, the silicone base, it stays slippery for longer, and avoid the frustration of you have to stop what you're doing and then apply more. This type of lubricant does not evaporate when exposed to air or provide a wet sensation for a long sexual session. Since they are not water-based, silicone lubes may be used in the shower or the bathtub. One popular brand is the Platinum Wet. This paraben and glycerin-free product produce the risk of chemical irritation. Okay, in another hyperallergenic option, ideal for those with skin-sensitive. Silicone-based lubricants may be more effective and pleasurable for if you have one partner. For low risk of sexually transmitted disease. Non-water-based lubricants have downside too. They are messy. We know that messy one. Soap and water must be used to remove them, and they will also stain your bed sheets. Silicone-based lubricants will break down latex condom, and also if you use sex toys. So you don't want to use that one if you're using toys or condom. That's the guys who have their wife and they're just going out with their wife alone. Silicone-based lubricants also will break down, as we said, sex toys, so you don't want to go there. Foreplay, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Foreplay, we cannot underestimate the value of foreplay for those with chronic vaginal dryness. Foreplay gets the juice flowing by increasing, and I know John Namat is listening to this, and I hope that he does listen since he's a guy. Foreplay gets the juice flowing by increasing sexual arousal, blood flow to the genital area, causing the vagina, labia, and the clitoris to swell. Better stimulation leads to more natural lubrication and an increase in vaginal elasticity. The vagina then secretes natural lubrication, which increase pleasure and reduce the pain. For those with chronic vaginal dryness, communication is the key for sexual needs, and desire to your partner is critical. Sexual partners may be unaware of the psychological changes and not know what to do. Providing the feedback allows the partner to learn how best to meet your needs. And let's talk about, for us guys especially, if you have your wife or whoever you're going to have sex, especially for a person who's older, one of the best things that you can do is to make love to them, to foreplay with them. And I'm not talking no slam bam business here. I'm talking about you go with them, you spend some time, play with them, you caress them, you kiss them, you romance them, and you play with the private part. You make sure you spend time, and you know what? That alone can make sure that they could get wet and get good, comfortable down there, rather than to go use all these things. So, and don't try to go and be in a hurry and say, man, are we going to do this in a hurry thing. Sex should not be in a hurry, especially if you are going with your wife and so on, okay? Only thief thing is be hurry, okay? So again, guys, make sure that you romance your wife to the fullest. Spend some time with her, playing with her. Make sure she lubricates properly. And a lot of women, they will lubricate if you spend a lot of time with them. Another thing with ladies, I would like to tell, as a man, a lot of time ladies think that men do read them, especially with sex. And I'll be honest with you guys, you ladies, you need to communicate. Communicate is one of the best things. If you have your husband or your boyfriend or whoever it is, and they're coming to have sex with you, always communicate with them. If you like they touch you on your clitoris or play with your vagina, always tell them, if when he touched someone, you like how it feels, let them know, look, Ken, I like when you touch there. Go ahead and play with me right there. Don't lay there and think that, the man is going to read your mind. Or if you like when he is romancing and you and play with your breast and you're getting a lot of feelings there, let him know. Talk to him. It's important he know. But, some men, if you go out with someone for a long time, you're supposed to know those triggering spots where to touch and want to make her hot, okay? So, John, if you're watching, take a lesson there. Always romance your wife, and it's a good feeling. So one of the best feelings. We men, sometimes we think about sex all the time. If you go in my phone, you will see my phone is full with sex talk all day. So, talk to each other. Tell each other what you like, all right? Vaginal moisturizer. Multiple products, over-the-counter products, are available to help increase vaginal moisture. The basic idea is to prevent dryness and improve the vaginal pH balance. The product that do treat the underlying cause of vaginal dryness. They are useful from day-to-day use to elevate discomfort and improve vaginal moisture. Ladies, you have to take care of that thing, okay? Those with sensitive skin may benefit from avoiding product containing parabens, glycerine, and propylene glycol. These additives may cause skin irritation. Popular products, repellents like Lavina is good. Also, this one I'm going to talk about. A lot of times women, sometimes they don't get a lot of feelings, or men, and there's so many things out there that we can use. And I'm going to talk about the sildenafil. It is a popular medication used to treat erectile dysfunction, which I will talk about next week. So talk to your boyfriend or your husband so that he could come in and listen to, that they're listening to the program. In men, may improve the blood flow to the penis, okay? Some women benefit from topical application of sildenafil. A small touch, you place it on the clitoris before any kind of intercourse. The sildenafil cream increase blood flow to the clitoris. For some women, the increased blood flow triggers more natural lubrication, improve pleasure, and helps to achieve an orgasm. And I think that should be every guy goal, is to help their partner to get an orgasm. Oh, it causes a lot of problems, and it helps reduces a lot of stress. You women know that if you go with a guy and he doesn't help you to get an orgasm, it's a lot of problems, okay? Sildenafil require a prescription, and you must talk to your doctor before you get this. It's no good if you get you buy this off the street, which sometimes you can buy it off the street, but I can't tell you to do that. Make sure you talk to your doctor. Vaginal dryness is common symptoms among women. Painfully intercourse and vaginal discomfort are not problem to be tolerated. The option can help one restore vaginal health and enhance the vaginal experience. It's a beautiful experience. Let me see what else I can talk about. Yes, you have your partner. Make sure you communicate with them. Let them know what you like. And same thing goes with men. You like a woman do certain things. Make sure you talk to them. Make sure you communicate with each other. You cannot go wrong with communication. Let's go for another song, and I'm going to play half of that song. So, could sex be better with age? And let's talk about that a little bit, okay?
You know I said I wanna give you some sweet love on the night shift. Later on the night shift. Oh baby, come hold me tight. I'll treat you right, yeah. On the night shift, baby. Yeah. Sorry, no man while loving in the night, yeah. Sticking rubber dub under them bedroom light, yeah. She crawl up in my arms like a spider. Body fit in a difficulty where she insider. Then me introduce her to me money energizer. Loving in abundance, she get as me no miser. She starts in a phrase like the phantom synthesizer. I got the man in my arms, me squeeze her tighter. I wanna give you some sweet love on the night shift. Later on the night shift. Oh baby, come hold me tight. I'll treat you right, yeah. On the night shift, baby, darling. Sun gone in, star come out. Moonlight a shine right through your house. Light the candles, me girl, move the couch. Tonight me want hear when you say ooh and ouch. Lock off your phone, no make nobody call you. Busy signal, me nah go biggie smile you. Baby, we making love, let it flow, because me nah go stop. I wanna give you some sweet love on the night shift. Later on the night shift. Oh baby, come hold me tight. I'll treat you right, yeah. On the night shift. Let me know.
You are watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. I want to say hello to some wonderful people here. Pavita Abraham, thank you very much for watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Also, Nilma Rapen, thank you very much for watching. She is in Berbice. I want to say thank you very much for doing all that you're doing for the kids. and for the elderly back in Berbice in Guyana. Continue doing all that you do to make other people's lives better. Also, Sheila Baldeo, thank you very much. She's saying vegetarian diet is the best diet. So, hey, that's good to hear. Usha Azimula, I want to say thank you very much to Usha is a very kind-hearted person making a lot of difference in Guyana. So good to have you on, Usha. Let's see, we have Lalita Jagru, thank you very much. Anil Ram, thank you very much for watching. Nanda Ramkellahan, thank you very much for watching. Patrick Deuda, thank you very much for watching. And yes, Night Nurse, please add me so that I can follow. Thank you very much, Marcella. Let's see, it was so nice meeting Sheila the best yesterday, and I've heard so many nice things about you. I hope that we can become friends on Facebook moving forward. So thank you very much, and nice meeting you yesterday. Sandy Ramnath, thank you very much for watching the Ken Rampersaud Show. Nayan Chunilal, thank you very much for watching. Who else do we have? Navin Gopal, thank you very much. Bibi Zahora, thank you very much. And to my good friend, Berlin Indira Susaran, I hope that you're watching and I know that you say you're learning a lot from this show. Mary Edwards, thank you very much for watching. Let's see who else. Ken, you are explaining to us more than some doctors. Yes, I have to let you guys know. I want people to know these kind of things. Sadiq, thank you very much. Sadiq Ramkellawan, thank you. Meena Sharma, thank you very much. Mario George, thank you very much. Ramchan Bechu, thank you very much. Pamela Kausiel, thank you very much. Mati Bagalyu, thank you very much for watching. Sorry if I'm messing up your name, but I'm trying to rush. Let's see. Sabina Aziz, thank you very much. Ronita Basdew, thank you very much for watching. Marcella, one of the things that I do as a nurse is I do a lot of patient teaching when I'm talking to my patients to let them know how important it. And when you know things, it makes you do better things. You know better, you do better. And so when you have your patients and you're teaching them, they get a new diagnosis, they don't know about it, you tell them, especially if they have diabetes and so on, you tell them how to take their medication. So let's see, Lalita Subaran, thank you very much. Parvati Maharaj, thank you very much. Oh, to the beautiful Jean Singh, good to have you on. Good to meet you in person yesterday. Nice meeting you guys. And I told everybody that when you guys have anything again, please let me know. You guys are such a wonderful group to be among. And don't talk about the food was to die for, Sheila Bess. And to Rose, thank you guys. The food was the bomb and to die for. I eat some for my lunch today. And I know that a lot of ladies could cook, and that's a beautiful thing. Sabina Aziz, thank you very much for watching. And if I did not say hello to some of you, please forgive me. Ramchan Buru, thank you very much. So let's go. Could sex be even better with age, despite the misconception and intimate about sexual connection in an activity for the young? Many people interest in sex doesn't go away with age, as we all know. In fact, according to Phyllis Mims Gilliam, MD, senior staff physician in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at Henry Ford Health System, sex may even more enjoyable during the golden years. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Women no longer have to worry about becoming they don't have to worry about becoming pregnant, and you can have your thing free. And both gender may have developed better understanding of their bodies, their likes and dislikes, and the needs and desire. The result, lovemaking becomes a more intimate, maybe more passionate. In fact, many people have fulfilling sex well into their 80s to keep those fire burning and help minimize pleasurable sex activities well into the golden years. And I have to be very honest with you. I have a patient who's like 75 years old, and they like to come talk to me. I always listen to them though, and they will come and they will say, "Oh my God, they still sexual active." I have this lady over 70 years old, still have sex. Her boyfriend about 50 years old, and she will tell me, "Oh my God, he put me on top of the kitchen, near the kitchen sink, and all these things." It's too much information, but I'm just sharing with you because you know what people think after 50. When you're 50, you got to stop. No, you need to have some sex after that age, especially if you have someone. And here is 5 things. So don't be shy. You know, if you got your husband, you guys could do things together. Don't get shy. 5 things. The doctor says, make sure that you're in good health. Eat health. Every health condition from head to toe can impact your activities in the bedroom, conditions that affect the heart, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes, and the medication required to treat those conditions may impact sexual function, and we know. But always make sure you keep things under control. Similarly, arthritis, chronic pain, hormonal problems, and mood disorders such as anxiety and sex and depression may negatively affect your interest in sex. If you're having pain, there's so many things could help you with pain. So you could take them like Tylenol, Motrin, and so on. So you can help you to have some sex. Protecting your general health and well-being, and into your doctor, talking to your doctor about your concerns can help ensure that you enjoy sex throughout your senior years. And for those of you who work in a nursing home will also know that you will catch your patients sometimes having sex or being intimate with each other. It is also important to review your medication and recommend the treatment with your healthcare provider, and ask about your sexual side effect of any medication. Report any problems you note, and ask about alternatives that may be considered. Also, you talk about you embrace changes. And I tell people you have to embrace changes. Know that when you are 19 years old, you will have an erection in just a minute. You wake up every morning, you get an erection. But when you get older now, it would happen far apart, or it would not happen. Age comes with many physical and biochemical changes. In addition to gray hairs and deepening wrinkle, hormone changes in both men and women may damper desire. Changes in circulation and declining in testosterone level in men may make it more difficult for them to get or maintain an erection, while lower level estrogen level in women can translate to vaginal dryness and painful sex. And you guys and ladies, you don't have to go through that. There is so many help out there to get with this, okay? The end result, both gender may need more time, require a little more foreplay and efforts to get to the mode and to engage in sexual activities. Keep in mind that as you age, sex may occasionally take a backseat into your health concern. Pain, discomfort, and fatigue, including intimate touch, is in your routine, can be enjoyable experience of both that can help maintain connection during these challenges in time. And I tell people, even if you can't have sex, you can play with each other. You can do a lot of things with each other. Like I tell Gita, when I get old, try to do something, help me out a little bit, Excuse me. Also, you get creative. Good sex goes far beyond intercourse. Again, good sex goes beyond far intercourse. It's also about connecting emotionally and touching. In the face of illness, ailments, functional challenges, or disability, the recipe for sexual interaction may need to be redefined. Instead of focusing on orgasm and intercourse alone, learn to enjoy the entire journey of intimacy. Hugging, kissing, rediscovering sensual activity you share early in your relationship, and even exploring new options, you can go a long way towards helping you feel physically and emotionally fulfilled. Again, like I said earlier, communicate with your partner is even more important as your body and feelings change, or if your libido are not quite in sync. Discussing your thought, fears, desire, or that can lead to a more emotionally and physically fulfilling relationship. Open, honest communication about sex can also allow partners to work together towards mutual sexual satisfaction. If you are the one providing care for your partner, some women taking care of their husbands, you make sure you take time to help your partner to achieve even an orgasm, or for them to feel a little good. No matter what your age is, you play it safe. A lot of women believe that they're going out with partner, they're older, they may not have a sexual disease, right? Don't assume people are with one person, or your partner is with one person, are low risk because of their age or social status. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, more than 25% of people living with HIV infection are over age 55 years old. People over 55 are getting STD, sexually transmitted infection, more than even before. And you have a lot of these guys, and I see it, they have these young girls, they're about 70 years old, they have these young girls coming, and they have sex with them. Even the 20-year-old girls, they have sex with them. So be very careful out there. People over 50 are getting STI, which is sexually transmitted disease, more than ever. In fact, incidence of syphilis, chlamydia in adults aged 45 to 64 years triple between 2000 and 2010. Can you imagine you get an STD at age 70 or 75? That's ridiculous. But, that's my opinion. Talking to your doctor. Also, you want to store your condom appropriately. You don't want to put them in somewhere that's hot, and when you put it in or you insert it, it becomes dry. There's no doubt that having sex as you age improves mental and physical health, to say nothing or its effect on reducing anxiety and stress. And we all do know that when that thing is in our head, we want to get it off, okay? Instead of trying to get back to the type of sex you had 20 years ago or when you were 20, find out ways that enjoy the unique advantage of having sex during your later years, okay? Also, another thing that I see and a lot of women talk about is that a lot of people bring toys in the bedroom, and if a man is not getting an erection and he want to bring a dildo, you call it dildo, and toys or whatever it is, to help each other, to satisfy each other sexually, then so be it. Like I always tell people, this life is a one-shot deal. You are not coming back, so enjoy this life to the fullest. You don't have to worry, because we don't know we're coming back into this world. So go ahead and enjoy some sex. I have some questions that people have asked, and I'm going to try to run through them. I have 10 minutes, and I can try to answer these questions. One woman asked, I have always enjoyed sex, and I'm worried about my vagina will change after menopause. What should I expect? When menopause or the ovaries stop making estrogen, which can cause your vagina to become dry and less elastic or stretchy. Fortunately, low dose of vaginal estrogen therapy can keep the lining of your vagina healthy for many women. So can the regular use of long-acting vaginal moisturizer when combined with regular vaginal sexual activity. Regular vaginal sexual activity is important for vaginal health after menopause because it stimulates blood flow to the vaginal area. It helps to keep your vagina muscle toned and maintain your vagina's length and stretchiness. Another question someone asked, my husband and I are in our late 60s. We have a loving relationship and snuggle a lot. But we haven't had sex in years. And a lot of people I find and I'm hearing, they don't have no sex. Is this normal? So although many couples can enjoy sex in their older years, there is absolutely no normal frequency for having sex at any age. If there is no conflict around sex in your relationship and the relationship is loving and intimate in other ways, there is nothing to be concerned about. And like I said, you can always try different things, okay? I always say sex is beautiful. Enjoy it. Another person said, I have had vaginal dryness and pain with intercourse since menopause. We use lubricants and I've tried vaginal moisturizer, but sex is still uncomfortable. Yet I'm nervous about using estrogen. Should I be? Although, you know, the answer is, although high doses of estrogen are associated with risk, including heart disease in older women and breast cancer, the very low dose of estrogen needed to treat vaginal dryness and which are applied directly into the vagina are considered safe. So go ahead and use those cream or whatever it is. And I see they have some aloe. On my job where I work, they send them in a little package with condom. So if you get someone, they can give you that. Blood levels of estrogen in women who use only low doses of vaginal estrogen are minimally elevated compared with other women using any estrogen and are still within their normal range for women at menopause afterwards. Let's see. I'm going to try run through these questions. A couple questions I have. I've been experiencing bothersome hot flashes for many years, and I wake up almost every night sweaty and then get cold. My sex life was fine until menopause, but I just not interested in sex anymore. Could hot flash be affected my libido? You know, like I said before, bothersome hot flashes, especially if they're associated with night sweat and sleep disruption, certainly could affect your sexual interest. And you have to get your partner to make sure that they understand what you're going through. When your overall quality of life is poor and you're tired and resting and rustling and cover all night, sleep may take up take a priority over your sex. A lot of people like to sleep and don't want to have sex. I tell people go have sex and then sleep. Although hormones therapy with estrogen or with estrogen plus progesterone is associated with risk in hot flashes are disruptive and other measures are not helpful. The benefits of hormone therapy often outweigh the risk for women in early menopause. Ask your doctor, what's the best therapy that you can use. What's the difference between vaginal orgasm and clitoral orgasm? This is a very interesting one. I like when I was reading about this one and talking about this one. So listen up. You guys may not know, or some you may know. It says, what is the difference between a vaginal orgasm and a clitoral orgasm? And people may not know. An orgasm is the same regardless where the stimulation, where you stimulate, whereas the vagina or the clitoris. In general, the clitoris is more sensitive to stimulation than the vagina and is more able to trigger orgasm when you stimulate it. So guys, it's best you play with the clitoris a little more. You will make sure that they will have an orgasm. I'm not talking about no rush business here. I'm talking to the guys, okay? However, in some women, stimulation of the vagina may be more likely to trigger orgasm and may help with stimulating the clitoris. Let's see. A woman asked, what should recent divorce postmenopausal woman know about safe sex? Older women is not protection against sexually transmitted disease, as we said. And one day I'm going to talk about the HPV virus, which is a sexually transmitted disease, and it is highly contagious. To let you guys know, it's no good. This is going to be a separate discussion, and we know that sometimes condom do help you with sexually transmitted disease. I see Ken Rampersaud just came home and she's watching me. My husband's interest in sex has decreased, and a lot. Is that normal? Also, I want to tell women, as men get older, they like you to do something to them too. They want you to play with them too. And I know, Lord, I don't know how to put this over. Well, let me tell you guys, and I have to put away my little pride. Even sometimes a man cannot get erection. A woman can help. You can do some oral sex and help him get that erection. And when you get that erection, then you can do your bad stuff. And I apologize for that. I'm not apologize. Gita is watching me and shaking my head. But I want us to enjoy this life that we have. Ladies, you can help your husband have an erection, okay? Your husband's lack of desire may be related to several things. We know diabetes, hypertension. Also, we don't want to give your husband problems. You don't want him to get stressed, depressed. You see he come home, you want to know what's going on with him. Sometimes you have problems, he have problems at work. So make things easier for your husband and for your wife. And whatever you do, I'm gonna cut. There's a lot I have to cut out because I can't say everything that I want to say. Also, I'm going to talk about this piece here where a woman really says that at one age, let me see. Oh, yes, I got it. I'm going to talk to you guys about this. A woman says she's 49 years old, divorced mother of 3 grown children, and has recently fallen in love with another woman. Again, another woman falling in love with another woman. How common or uncommon is it? It's more common. Many people realize, although many lesbians come out in their teens, like 20 years old, many others comes out like in their 40s or later. Some late bloomer lesbian, some come to realize when looking back that they were probably gay always, and simply they repressed their feelings and their feelings of attraction for women, okay? They may have written off the strong feelings for other women in the past and just for close relationship. Excuse me. However, many more women report that they were not all aware of their sexual attraction to other women until later on in life. Some may have enjoyed good relationship and sex with men and then find themselves attracted to women in the love with a female and friend. Research suggested that women sexually unattractive are fluid and may change over the course of time. And as we have 2 minutes more to go to 7 o'clock, I want to say this, reading this, I want my viewers and to everyone, as I said, we live one life, and you must always live the true version of your own self, of who you really are, whether you're gay, straight, bisexual, whatever it is. But always be very careful and decide how you want to live your life. This is a one-shot deal, and live your life to the true core of who you really are. It doesn't make sense you live your life, for example, suppress your feelings. And I'm not condoning anybody. I'm not telling anybody how to live their life. I'm not judging nobody. I'm not going to be in a judgmental way to tell everybody, but everybody have their own life to live. And you live your life as long as you're living your life in a decent way, in respectable way, where you, excuse me, where you have your children. I'm probably talking too much, that's why I'm coughing. If you have your children, your grown children, live your life in respect to everyone, but be true to yourself and live a purpose driven life. Let me say hello to some of you guys. Please inbox me. Let me know what you feel about today's session, since this one was so personal and not only personal, intimate one. Okay, let's go. We got hey, my good friend Rajan Narayan. Thank you very much for inviting me yesterday. It's enjoy it. Sonny, it's always good to be around you. You're always a fun-loving guy. Cantalur, thank you very much for tuning in. Jean, thank you very much, my dear. Also, Navita Arjun, Ivan King, thank you very much for tuning in. You can do bad stuff. Viveka, thank you very much for watching. Lata Summer, thank you very much for watching. Rameshwar Damar, thank you very much for watching. Alma Ram Sundar, thank you, Jane Singh. Yes, and I hope that some of you life change. Help your partner, help yourself to live a good life. Life has one crop. Only enjoy while it lasts. Absolutely. Mr. Mahmood, thank you very much. Anjani Williams, thank you very much. Charles Gals, thank you very much. Dali Singh, thank you very much for watching the show. Bhagwan, Autar, Victor Ben, thank you. Rita Duki, thank you very much for watching. Debbie Sanyasi, glad to see you on. Vin Rampersaud, thank you very much for watching. Sheila the Best, my good friend now. I miss you. I had another appointment to attend. She was talking to somebody else. Jean Singh. So Ann Puran, again, Azimula, thank you very much. So guys, my time is up now. Parvati Maharaj, thank you very much. Sibaran, always like to, Lalita Siram, thank you guys. Always like to have you guys on. Again, let me get some feedback what you guys think about today's program. Without you guys, there is no Ken Rampersaud Show. Until next week, have a very pleasant week. Enjoy each other and have some good fun. And let me know how things work out. Let's go with a closing song. You know, before I come off, I want to tell you guys, I see a couple on my page here, and I want to tell you guys, a lot of times in life, we want to be bad, we want to show that we have pride, but you know what? If you love each other, there is love in a relationship. I tell you guys to go work at it. There is nothing more beautiful than love for each other and to treat each other with respect. You will have a beautiful life. Until next week, guys, do have a very pleasant week. Enjoy each other, enjoy your partner, enjoy your wife and your husband or whoever you have. Until then, have a very pleasant good evening.